Justice League might just be the next film from DC Studios, believe it or not, because James Gunn told Deadline what exactly makes up the next entry in the Superman or DC franchise, and by all accounts, he confirms it's a Justice League film without calling it Justice League. So, let's talk about this. So a pretty major update comes at us from Deadline, who recently got to sit down with James Gunn as a follow-up interview to the release of Superman and Peacemaker Season 2, and of course Creature Commandos. So while taking part in this conversation, they talk about what is next and what exactly is James Gunn going to be tackling next as a director, but also as a studio head. So he confirms that yes, the treatment is fully done for the next entry in the Superman film saga, whatever that still is. But we're going to get there in a second. And then he says that right now he's in the screenwriting process, taking that and putting it into a fully fleshed out script that they're going to shoot. And he says he's really happy with everything that's happened so far. So right now they're prepping when exactly they're going to shoot. And as he recently revealed, it looks like it's going to start production alongside or right after the Batman Part 2, sometime in late spring or summer of next year. But then he says, and this is important, he's asked about what is the next project and who's involved besides Superman. And he says, and I quote, "It's with the same group of characters we've already met, and Superman is an important element of it," end quote. Now, just like most people, the moment I read this, Justice League, right? That's literally what I'm getting from this. Now, of course, right now they're the Justice Gang, and in previous interviews, James Gunn said that the Justice Gang is the evolution of this team concept, and that the goal is to bring the Justice League together. And here he says it's the group of characters we've already seen, and Superman will be a part of it. At the end of Superman, they hint at him joining, but Superman wants to do his own thing. So what we know about the next Superman film is that it's a Superman family film. So Superman, Supergirl, Krypto, right? But then the rest of the gang that's in Superman. So that's our Justice League film, right? Like, he just confirmed that it looks like the Justice League is going to be the next entry in the Superman family and DC Studios team-up franchise, if you will. Now, I know that the first reaction is going to be it's too soon, and I sort of can agree with that, but seeing how he handled the Justice Gang and Superman in Superman, I believe he can do it. Especially once the Supergirl is out and once Lanterns is out, they already established a couple of these characters. You know, you use Superman, Supergirl, 3 or 4 members of the Justice Gang, you toss a Green Lantern in there. That's a full-fledged 7 or 8 member team to tackle more than likely what seems to be hinted at, which is Brainiac. And if you go back through videos me talking about Brainiac, I keep saying he can't be a Superman villain because everybody else is going to show up to defend Earth from a guy that wants to destroy it and take a piece of it and put it in a bottle. So it's definitely sounding like Superman 2 is a Justice League film that's going to feature them versus Brainiac. And you know what? That honestly might be the smartest way to go about this. Because then you could technically introduce a member of the Bat family, maybe even Batman in that, and then follow up with Brave and the Bold and the rest of the Bat family. Maybe I'm just looking into this a little too deep and too much fan booking, but to me, it sounds like the perfect trajectory. So how do you guys feel about this, and do you think it's a good idea to pull off Justice League as a potential next entry? I know it's weird, and we all complain about Batman v Superman, but let's be real, it's the script and the director that makes the concept work, not what you toss into it. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.